Well, Steve, you won the game comfortably, but certainly not the level of performance you showed against Salford last week.
No, I thought that the intensity was a little bit down on the Salford game, but conditions certainly played a big factor, big role in that, and our completion rate was something like 20 to 25% down on the game, as opposed to the Salford game last week. But having said that, we came away with a 38-8 victory against a team that caused us problems 6 weeks ago, to the extent that they beat us. So I think that if you're looking at the overall picture, we're actually going in the right direction. We don't want to be hitting our straps too soon, but I think that we played efficiently at times tonight, and that got us the result.
How much do you think the wind had a part to play in proceedings here tonight?
I don't think it was just the wind. I thought that the driving rain was also a factor, and just the old general occasion. Doesn't lend itself to intensity in football, and it made kicks a little bit of a lottery. Thought that we got some luck in a couple of areas there, and Rochdale were a little bit unlucky the way that the ball bounced a couple of times, but that's the way that the game goes. We capitalised and took our chances a little bit better than Rochdale did, and I guess that was the lesson that we needed to learn tonight.
Thought the referee was poor today. What was your opinion on Mr. Leahy? Without putting yourself in danger, of course.
I don't think that he influenced the result. The one thing that you want out of referees is consistency, and I thought he was consistent tonight in his performance. Whether that was good or poor or whatever, then there are channels for us to be able to make those statements, and we can do that. But I thought that he was consistent tonight. As for ourselves, what we can't do is get drawn into referees did this to us and referees did that to us. The referees certainly didn't miss the 2 tackles when they scored tries. They were our players, so we need to look after ourselves first before we start looking at anybody else.
Marcus St-Hilaire won the man of the match, but I thought your forwards were very impressive today. They certainly seemed to outmuscle the Rochdale players most of the game.
Yeah, I thought that defensively we were very tight. We never got beaten up the middle, and I don't think Jamie Elston, who I think will be one of the best broken field runners or dummy half runners in this competition, ever got the way through that he did when we played them at Rochdale. So you've got to compliment our defensive effort, certainly in the middle. I thought on the edges we were a little bit soft at times, and I thought that our line speed was certainly a couple of notches down what it was last week. They're problems that we need to address, because we need to get consistency in our game and play at our rhythm, nobody else's rhythms.
I think it's safe to say you won't want Wednesday's conditions to be like this outside, wet and wild here. How much of a factor was the wind in the game today?
It were a factor for both sides. We probably played it not as well as them. They kicked a 40-20 and used it well. We put a kick in that half and it only went 20 metres, so that showed how we dealt with the conditions, and they dealt with them better than we did.
Benji Lloyd, 18 today, making his debut at full-back, the first product of the Rochdale Hornets academy system. How do you feel he went today?
He's a good kid, he's come out today and he's done some good things. He's still got some things to learn, but he's in the right place. There's some good guys here who know what they're doing, and Benji's coming through, and at the moment he's holding on to that shirt. With a bit more time on the training pitch, he'll get better.
And we rerun this game again on Wednesday. Where do you feel you can improve as a team for that game at Spotland?
We've just got to work harder, mate. We've got to get our marker play better. We've got to talk better. And to be fair, if we don't put the ball down 50% of the time we did, then it'll be a tight game. When you're giving the ball away, you do too many defending, and even when you're coming out, then you're struggling for energy. So we've got to look at getting our completion rates up, and if we do that, then we'll be better for it.